Hello, I hope you're doing well. Today I want to give you an update on various things. The most important one first, my old videos. If a favourite is missing, don't worry, they still exist. I've put them all into private mode for the time being. The reason being that there's a lot of stuff that's cringe-worthy, redundant, or just plain crap. Let's be honest, I doubt anyone cares about an unfinished blind playthrough of Dark Souls. I'll be putting most of my rant videos into a playlist later on, and I'll post a video when that happens with links to said playlists. If all goes well, it should make the whole thing cleaner, at least on your end. The only videos that will remain buried are stuff like the Let's Plays or rants that are completely obsolete. Though if there's anything you want that's disappeared, you can ask for them now or wait until the playlists are done. As for new content, I've said for a while that I want to go from rants on the internet to more positive, constructive content. I doubt the rants will go away entirely, but I also don't want to be a drama channel or spend all my time researching and ranting about nobodies on the internet. I do want to make my own game, though it's way too early to show anything yet, and I want to do reviews, but I have a hard time finding a way to do them that I like. Let's Plays are another thing. While there have been occasional moments, such as that time I cheesed the boss on Dark Souls, there's a lot of filler and most of it is just me sitting in silence. I do think I'd be better with someone to bounce off of in the room with me, but finding someone to do that with would require way too much equipment and organisation. I haven't seen my real life friends in months, so getting together on a regular basis to talk with me while I play through an RPG is out of the question. I've recently been playing with video compression a lot. As you might have guessed, I capture game footage and render video at 720p. It's easy to work with videos of that size for editing. It's the largest video size I can rip from YouTube, and capturing games at 1080p can slow down certain games. I'm using OBS since my graphics card doesn't support Shadowplay. It might support the new AMD Replay software, but I don't know for sure as this card is about 1.5 years old, I think. But OBS does include hardware as a compression option for capturing, so I don't know. I have tried looking into it, but I couldn't find a definitive list of cards that do and don't support it. Anyway, point is I've been playing with X265 compression and VP9 compression, and the results were impressive. Smaller files at the same or better quality, with the only consequence being longer encoding time and slightly more CPU usage, none of which are a problem for me. It's easy to get pedantic when messing with compression when, in most cases, people either don't care or don't notice. I've been uploading my videos at 30fps 720p for a while and I haven't received any complaints. Well, no complaints about the video quality anyway. Well, about the video compression, you get what I mean. I've tried capturing at 1080p 60fps before, but the result was a raw 45fps video. I'm guessing there's some bottleneck somewhere. I should try 60fps at 720p, see if that works, but then the question becomes, do you care? Again, my PC is a mid-budget rig that's coming close to 2 years old at this point. I'm not doing 4K side-by-side graphic comparison videos here. I'm just a dude that's ranting about nonsense on the internet and occasionally talking about games I like. But the other big news when it comes to videos is that after putting it off for years, I'm finally getting around to transferring my old VHS tapes into digital. Why should you care? Well, I'm a bit of a games nerd, and thus I've recorded a lot of old gaming TV shows back in the day. Cybernet, Game Over, Gamer.tv, stuff like that. My plan is to create a new channel to put these archives on YouTube. What's exciting to me is that some of these shows aren't archived anywhere as far as I know. Hell, I might have the only known copies of Game Over, as they don't seem to be archived anywhere that I could find, and the channel that they were on disappeared long ago. I don't monetize my channel, and I won't monetize the TV archive channel either, but money isn't the point. It's going to be good to put these shows out there for people who never saw them or who grew up with them. My only concern with uploading them is copyright strikes, which I hope won't be an issue for 10 to 15-year-old TV programs, but some companies are dicks about that stuff. My other issue is compression. Similar to what I was on about earlier, I'm currently researching the best methods of ripping the video itself and for compressing it into a reasonable format. So far my plan is to rip it in as raw and as lossless a format as my capture card will allow, and then compressing them with X265 after the fact. The only thing I'm really lacking at this point is a capture card. My dad has one, but it's buried under a mountain of crap, so it might be easier to buy one off the internet, though the only ones I can find these days are cheapo things from China. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of VHS, I've been thinking about old anime, specifically rewatching stuff that was on the Sci-Fi channel during my youth, though I don't want to limit myself to just that stuff. Some, like Ryujin Z, are available on DVD and Blu-ray, while others never came out in digital formats, or if they did, they are now considered rare collector's items and thus people are asking outrageous prices for them on eBay. But while a mediocre or even boring film might be worth a small fortune digitally, the VHS tapes go for coppers, usually under £10 plus postage. This got me seriously thinking about starting an anime VHS collection. While DVD is slightly better quality than VHS, VHS is still more than watchable. In a way, it could be argued that the VHS-ness adds to that late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia that I'm looking for. Another thing, and again it's something I'd like your opinion on, is American anime. I watch Lazy Game Reviews, and in his Thrift series, he used to come across anime VHS tapes in Goodwill and just ignored them. This got me wondering if investing in an American VHS player would be worth it to grab some super cheap animes. Hell, some releases like Nadesco could easily be gotten on DVD since, as far as I can tell, it never had a digital release in the UK. Anyway, enough about old TV, let's talk about games, specifically the PS Vita. A while ago I asked if I should get a PS Vita and the answer was yes. Unfortunately that hasn't happened. See, between me wanting to buy one and me pulling the trigger on the purchase, PS Vitas have pretty much disappeared. The rare time that I can find a new one, the seller is asking for outrageous prices, like £400 or more. Second-hand ones aren't appealing either, with descriptions like good condition, only one button missing. The answer seems to be to import one, which required a bit of research on my part. As I did so, again, some importers started to run out, and I doubt they'll be getting any new stock. At this point, I'm either going to have to gamble on one of the third-party Amazon sellers, or take whatever's left on Play Asia or whatever. This import stuff comes with its own drawbacks. Recharging the unit and region lock are no issue. Part of the reason I want to get the Vita is the lack of region lock, and the device is charged by mini USB. It's postage and customs that's the problem. In the UK, a Vita was around £180 to £200. Now I'll likely have to pay that, plus the postage, which I guess will be around £10 to £20, and the customs will be another 20% on top of that, if they ding me, which brings it up to £260 all up. And that's before any memory cards, carry cases, games and whatever else. And it will be a gamble. Apparently returns on imports are not worth the hassle for what little money you get back by the end of it. Though the PS Vita apparently has great build quality, so that really shouldn't be a problem. Finally, I want to give a quick update on the film. A while back I asked if I should try and make a film and people seemed to be all for it. Why exactly you guys wanted that I don't know. I guess you guys have horrible taste in films. But the point is it's not going to happen. I did some maths and found that it came to around £2,500 after I bought all the equipment and paid the actors. Which is not a lot of money when it comes to filmmaking, but I'd prefer to spend that money on games, porn, a trip abroad, a VR headset, or pretty much anything else really. I can't use my friends as actors for the reasons mentioned earlier. My friends all have jobs and families and stuff, so getting them around to film stuff is just not going to happen. And that about does it for this update, I think. If you have any thoughts on any of this stuff, or there's something I didn't mention that you want to know the status of, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye!